What's up, everyone? Happy Monday. Still tired as hell from the weekend. What's up, brother? How you doing? How was the trip back? I'm still whooped from the sun and all the steps. It was a long day. Eddie, what's up, brother? I bet, man. I bet. Oh, man. What a day Saturday was. Hey, Michael. Yeah, great racing. I don't know about the the drama at the end part. It's kind of a which, shitty ending to an amazing day. I guess can't really word it any other way. Gabe, that's all right, brother. Wish you could have been there too, man. That's all right, Michelle. A lot of people didn't come, and I get it. The forecast was iffy, but I knew that we were going to get it done. And actually, as far as the forecast goes, it turned out turned out a lot better than expected. We just had a few little probably like one little, maybe like a 10-minute delay and another like 20-minute delay. The first time it drizzled, it didn't even have to blow the track off or anything. But the second time, it got a little bit wet. So they hit the little blower on it for a little while and right back at it, man. Yes, sir. I agree 100%. Well, no rule against it, right? I mean, people have been threatening for years to do it. Somebody finally did. They are, man, but you're fast dude too, brother. Don't sell yourself short, man. Always good to see you, brother. Always good to see you, young lady. I thought you was coming, man. What happened? Yeah, I wish I missed the drama too. Bud, hit it with all the nitrous, looking rowdy, brother. Yeah, it's all good, brother. It's all good. I understand. I had people working on stuff's down. Forecast spooked a lot of people. I mean, but people were watching the live feed, and I probably got, I'd say probably around 300 messages, texts, or phone calls Saturday of people telling me they regretted not coming out because they were watching the live feed and they saw it, and probably like an additional 30 or so racers who were like, "Man, you were right. I wish I would have chanced it." But I get it. Economy's rough, man. Money's tight for everybody. Everything's more expensive, and people are making these choices more cautiously. So I fault no one at all. I get it 100%, man. Just is what it is in that respect, man. We all have to live within the reality of our budget, and so if even a slight forecast is rain forecast is out there, a lot of people aren't traveling at all because it still costs money to get there and back, and to do that and not race sucks. Tommy, what's going on? Yeah, So we still end up with a good car count, 47 in small tire, all things considered, man. That's great. I mean, that's bigger than most events all year. But it was 47 quality cars. I mean, so all the racing was good. I mean, it was all tight, and all the classes was good racing. Very competitive. Oh yeah, there you go. Well, I did get to see you like briefly, but I didn't even get to say hi to you, and I didn't get a hug. So now you owe me one. I'll wait for that pic to come out. Thanks, buddy. It was great seeing you guys, and we had fun, man. I mean, uh, great seeing you, buddy. I can't wait to see you in 2 weeks back in the Mustang, brother. I'm excited about that, man. That's such an awesome story. You coming back, man. You got a lot of great people around you. I mean, you're a great person. Don't let me not say that as well, but you got a lot of great people around you, man. And I'm so I'm in awe of all the progress you guys have made in that short amount of time. It really is amazing, man. And you deserve it. I'm happy for you. Deal. Yes, sir. I am. It's sad. I really not angry about anything or anything like that. Just sad. Well, I'll get to that in a minute, man, and we'll just hit all of it. But it just honestly, and I hate to say it, but it's par for the course. Every race event I've been to this year, and I've said it quite a bit, and I know it's election year and the economy sucks, and I don't know what the deal is with people, but it seems like every event there's just garbage that we really haven't been seeing in previous years, and it sucks. I wish we could get away from dealing with things inappropriately or out of anger, and just have some fun. That's what it's supposed to be about. That's all right, girl. We'll see you up at 42 or Magnolia. Yes, sir. Car looked good, man. Car looked good. Appreciate you coming out. Bob's the absolute best. Period. In my book, I don't know what anybody else would rate live feeds on, and if there was a system or a scale, I really wouldn't care. On my system, my scale, Bob's the best. Not downing anybody else or taking away from what anybody else does, because there's a lot of great people out there. I just happen to really love Bob and Kelly a lot, and I always appreciate them coming out, man. Yes, sir. It does. It takes I get that old saying, takes a village, right? You got to have great people around you to accomplish great things, and you do, brother. And I'm happy to, I'm happy for that. Happy to see that for you. Ugh. Sorry. Absolutely, bro. I was happy to see you guys, man. You guys, you guys showed up and showed out, and the real spirit of racing. Show up and have fun and do the damn thing the best you can. Yeah, it was a great, Joe. Great seeing you on the slick too in the second chance race. So there was a handful of us that got together for breakfast Sunday, and Bob and Kelly was in that group, and that topic did come up. And I appreciate that too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going any further. I just as inappropriate as Bob is, he's not depraved. And I'll just leave it at that. Chris did a great job. Chris always does a great job, and I appreciate D-Team does a great job for us. And, saying again, it takes a village, man. And, I have a great team of people around me that help do that. It's not just me. I know I'm the one that kind of is out there most vocally pushing it and promoting it and whatnot. But, without the staff at Trails, without D-Team, without my crew, it would not be the event that it is. I take a very small amount of credit for how great that is. That event is. Honestly, I kind of get to do the easy part, just blab to all of you guys all the time. Yeah, I love his setup, man. I love how he does stuff. He's stepped his game up quite a bit this year. Also, every year, he progresses, and this year he stepped his game up, and he's got some awesome stuff going on. He's got some awesome stuff coming. What's up, brother? How you doing? Absolutely. And James, we'll get to that in a minute. It's that was just like a perfect storm of stuff. 99.9% of the event went off flawlessly, and unfortunately, that 0.1% that was a hiccup. And we are humans and we make mistakes. It just kind of spiraled in a very negative direction very quickly, unfortunately. But I will address that here shortly. Always good to see you too. Yeah, I agree, buddy. Yeah, they do a great job, man. We've refined it over the years, and it does run smooth. Again, we're human. We make some mistakes here and there, but I think we got it down pretty good overall. I'm glad you came out, man, and had a blast. It is a great event, without a doubt, man. We always have a great time. What's up, homie? Pictures looking amazing. Make sure you check out Shad Media. I shared their post on the OGR page. Their album, excuse me, of everybody's albums that have been posting that from the Dirty Dozen and media. I like to only give a handful of people full access so we can make sure they can do their job the best they can. And Shad Media's killed it. And I'm grateful you came out, buddy. It's always good to see you. Sorry, I got to spend like 30 seconds with everybody. It's the one thing. That's the one unfortunate thing for me with Uncaged is I don't get to see much racing. I don't get to spend much time with anybody. There's just a million things to do and keep tabs on a million and talk to everybody, right? Well, that's good, man. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Bring us all together and have some fun, create good memories, and enjoy each other. Even despite our differences sometimes, man. Good deal. Appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, we started off on a hope and a prayer with the forecast. We knew we might have some issues until like 4 or 5 o'clock, and then after that, it was supposed to just be wide open, 0% chance of rain. So we really got lucky, and it was weird because everybody who came in, even the night before, all the way up until 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, people were still rolling in and saying, man, it was raining everywhere in Ohio except for right outside the track. Like once we get 5 minutes away from the track, it's like zero rain. And you look on the radar and you would see a big cloud this big, but then you'd see like one little strip of clear, no weather. And that was where the track was. I'm telling you, we got thank you. It does have a hook on there. I think Chris just got frustrated with hanging it up and set it on the ground, but that control box is made out of 1/4-inch aluminum. It's not going to get hurt, and those are all industrial buttons. None of that stuff's going to get hurt setting it down on the ground. But I probably will have to come up with a simpler hook system for sure. Yeah, everybody from Michigan said it poured the whole way from their house to like 5-10 minutes away from the track. Everybody. But I just, God took good care of us Saturday in respect to the weather. Looking after all of us, right? Because it's not just, I'm kind of just the facilitator, but it's all of our event. And he was just parting the sea, so to speak. And I'm grateful because I was a nervous wreck. Some of you probably saw that. I'm always a nervous wreck anyways, but I was like extra nervous because I figured we were going to be okay. I felt like we were going to be okay, but man, let me tell you, I still stress about it because I always feel horrible. The few times we have had races and they get rained out, I always just feel like, even though I got no control of the weather, right, I still just always feel horrible about everybody coming out and getting rained out. So super major stress on my end, man. Come on, man. Cut it out. What's up, brother? How you doing? How you doing, brother? It was good to see you. I wish I could have said more than hi to you. I saw you make a good pass there. But so I mean, like I said, we had a few little delays, but really probably just like the weather said, man, right around 4 or 5 o'clock, it was just game on. No more delays, no more spittle or drizzle, and we just keep the action rolling, man. And you think that's what it was? That cannabis cumulus cloud raising up in the air, helping divert some of the rain clouds away. What's up, homie? How you doing? Man, you guys were killing. You guys were flying. it was a very tough, competitive field, man. The people who did show up, wow. I mean, there was no ducks in any of the classes at all. Like, it was completely packed with killers the whole way across, man. And there was no easy pairings. You know, it was amazing, actually. You know, we talked about that several times. We had half the car count we did last year, but the quality was second to none in terms of everybody that showed up. You know, you two don't be on here selling yourself short. You guys are killers, and you guys did great. I know what you're saying. Trust me, I know what you're saying, but you guys are killers too. You guys fit right in with everybody else. It was a little tricky though, man. Track usually comes around. It seemed like track wasn't as fast, as quick as it normally has gotten the last 2 years either. Last year that thing got fast super quick, like 2-3 pairs in, and people were flying. This year, that didn't seem to be the case as much. You know, it seemed like it took a little bit for that thing to come around, or just everybody was missing the tune-up real bad. But yeah, maybe that was the case too there. But and you know, that's just me watching from the sideline, so I don't know. You guys would know, you know, better than me. What's up, brother? But did you do that first round? Did you go faster than last year? First round? This didn't seem like, looking at it again, eyeballs. So that don't always mean nothing. I'm just glad that you could drive that thing, son. But no more trick passes. You know what I mean? No more. I will see that dragging. Yeah, I was gonna say first round, man. This just seemed like it took a little longer to come around than the previous 2 years. Last year, it seemed like after the second or third pair, it was game on. I think everybody was shocked, but it did get fast. Don't get me wrong. So yeah, man, you know, there's a lot of so it was you know, it was there was some great action, man. And at the end of the day, you had small tire. Charles won first place in small tire and Jarrett second. Stick shift was Tyler Garlock. Hard tire was Mike Moss. And in the second chance race was Jake Boswell. Well, I mean, I am going to address all that stuff, but I'm just going to address it in an appropriate manner. I'm not feeding into any drama or any whatever. I'm not letting any of that garbage take away from all the great things that did happen that day, all the great racers that did show up and have a good time and do what they did. You know what I mean? I still got to watch Bob's live feed because Sam wasn't able to make it to judge the wheelie contest because he had shoulder surgery. So he wasn't there to watch the wheelies and do that. So I got to watch Bob's live feed and figure that out. I haven't forgotten about you. I just pretty much slept most all of yesterday. It looks like one. I'm glad, brother. I was happy that that boy is getting so big, man. Jesus, we're getting old. Really, I think it was a little bit of a mortality check to boot. You know what I mean? When I see him every once in a while, like, fuck, I'm getting old. Yeah, no, not beating a dead horse or anything. I am going to address it, but like I said, I'm not, I'm just going to address it the way it needs to be addressed. I did see Kevin's wheelie, but I believe that was about the only wheelie that I saw. Yeah, unfortunately, I think he was saying he may have to go back because something doesn't seem right, and he may have to go back in, or they may have to go back in, and he may find that out this week. So he was trying to make it. He was actually on his way Saturday, and he called me and just was very apologetic. He was in a lot of pain, and excuse me, and he was just like, dude, I want to be there, but I can't make the 3-hour drive. I'm like, you don't even got to explain yourself, man. We'll get it figured out. So I'll have to, like I said, I'm going to have to watch Bob's live feed and get that figured out. I know. You got him a car. He's going to take over old school. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Flying. No, sir. I trusted the forecast and that God was going to take care of us, and he did. No, absolutely. It was great seeing him. And yeah, the thing moves. The thing moves. Oh, I agree. What's up, brother? How you doing? I was hoping you guys get that thing tuned and we'd see you there. I don't blame you. Old school's cool. I wouldn't want to share it either. But if there was somebody to share it with in your world, you know what I mean, he would be the one. Nice. The biggest troublemaker in all of Michigan right here. What's up, buddy? How you been? Haven't seen you for a while. I plan on it. Are you going to be there? And speaking of that, listen. I always do this backwards, but Jenna Davis made this for me, and had Erica, and had the Munsons, and then Slow Joe. Come on now. I just noticed that. But had everybody sign it, which these are Michigan hard tire people. If you're not familiar, both vehicles were there, but these are great people, and this is an awesome gift, and I appreciate it. And you guys can get a hold of her at Hack Job Creations if you want something like this done for your vehicle. This was an amazing gift, and I appreciate it. And it's gonna live right here. I just got to screw it in so it doesn't fall over, but it's going to live right there, so I can look at it all the time when I'm working. He was Saturday. Oh shit! Well, text me and let me know if you're going to be up there for sure. Nice. I'll be happy to see you guys out there. Yeah, there's a metal print. That's is very nice. They'll last a long time. Looks cool, and I really appreciate the gift, and I appreciate you guys. And I got a nice card from the Munsons as well, and that's the kind of stuff, man, that does make it worthwhile, and keeps me in this, because I could tell you right now, just to go over, the only reason I'm going to address it is because it has to be addressed. But like I said, I'm just going to address it in an appropriate manner. Yep. Big shout out to Brianna. She volunteered to take photos of all the Power Wheel winners, and excuse me. And then Jenna's going to make them custom shirts with their winner pictures put on a shirt for them. Which, how cool is that? When you're a little kid and you can go to school flexing on everybody that you with your Power Wheels victory shirt on. You know what I mean? Great people, but so are the Shermans. I haven't seen you guys enough this year. By the way, the Shermans are great people too. I love you guys too. Probably next time I'll see you be at the probably be War in the Woods. So we got to catch up. I'm going. I said this last time, but everything was weird and fast paced because of the forecast and all that jazz. But I'm really going to hang out a lot more and work a lot less at War in the Woods this fall. So I'm coming over to Mooch Food and hang out with you guys. Just FYI. I agree, man. I love seeing the kids have fun, and and I love seeing people like Mel who invest in the future of drag racing and get the kids involved in something positive, instead of sitting at home playing video games or doing nothing. Get these kids out in the world doing real world things, positive stuff. It takes however long it takes, brother. It's for the kids. I'm not in any hurry ever, never. Don't ever worry about that. Same here, buddy. Holy smokes, 36 entries. That's amazing, especially for the forecast. I know a lot of people, I know we talk back and forth too, and Power Wheels people were in the same boat. And like I said, I get it. Because the economy is weird, money's tight, food and gas is expensive, and so is racing. So people are making choices a lot more budget minded these days, and I don't blame anybody at all. Me, I don't live responsibly financially, so I just do dumb shit all the time with money. But people who got sense, they don't do that. Possibly. I mean, it's a possibility. I wouldn't mind adding it if we could get the people to show up, you know, like they do in Michigan. Then it would be worthwhile. I love you too, honey. You know that. Right. You know. So I'm going to ignore the comments for a little while and just talk about the unfortunate stuff that happened Saturday, just so it can be addressed. I'm not getting into any kind of arguments with anybody. I don't think anybody should do that in the comments either, but also I'm not going to avoid it or not talk about it again in an appropriate manner. I mean, if we had sense, we wouldn't race. Honestly, you can invest your money in a lot better things than that. Will Gort beware? What the hell are you cats doing? I have no idea what these cats are doing. Squeaky is something else. I thought that Waffles was crazy. Squeaky is way crazier. No, that would be Chris with his normal headband deal. All right, so. Oh my God, girl. I might have should have sent her with you guys. She gets crazier every day. So anyhow, let's just get to it. We made it through all the way, every class. The only thing we had left was semifinals and second chance race. What's up, Steve? So Josh, Tony's son, and Bob raced, and they called Josh the winner. And at the end of the track, transmission line came off, car caught on fire, and so they got the fire out, drag it over to Tony's pits to start working on it, because Tony, at that point, Tony and his team thought they were going into the finals. Of course, Tony's my people, so I went down to check on everybody, and I get back to my tent to start doing payouts and trophies for the other classes and pictures. About a half hour later, there's transmission fluid all over the track, so the cleanup's going to be a little while. At which point, Bob comes over and tells me that he believes he won. He wanted to dispute it, but at the starting line, they told him that that Josh won, and that he couldn't dispute it. At which point, I said, no, absolutely not the case. We have the rule. It's $100 to dispute, and if you're right, you get your $100 back and you advance, and if you're wrong, the $100 goes in the pot. So while I was doing payouts and pictures, just let them know that I said that they had, show you the footage, and I'll be down there as soon as I'm done with that. So I get down there, I get done with all that, and I get down there, which is probably another 20 minutes or half hour or so. And then I find out the issue with the camera, the memory card being full, and that race not being recorded. And so they have to rerun. Unfortunately, one of the things that went wrong was, as soon as anybody found out that there was a dispute happening, the other racer should have been informed, which would have been Josh, Tony. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. They didn't get informed for about an hour. At which point, they'd already been in their pits thrashing on the car to make the finals, thinking they're in the finals. And so emotions were high, frustration levels were high. They don't want to rerun. They're upset, but we go down, talk to everybody, get it sorted out, and they're going to rerun. So Tony says, got to change tune. Got to go up to get the laptop, change tune. So that's going to take 10, 15 minutes. And then we're ready to race. So I go tell Bob, he's got to go get the laptop. 10, 15 minutes, they're ready to rerun. So some of Bob's people are frustrated, and I get it, because they have footage that they say they have footage, but of course our rule is only our cameras count. I'm not looking at anybody else's footage because it doesn't matter. And so they kind of get frustrated with me a little bit. Not Bob's people, not Bob. Bob at no point that I'm aware of did anything rude or disrespectful. Well, you don't have to show up to anything ever again anyways. And here's part of my problem, and I'm going to tell it exactly how I saw everything. Now, if there's gaps or whatever, things that I missed or that I'm unaware of, I can't speak on that. But I don't lie. I'm not a liar. And I take a great deal of pride in my integrity. And are you aware of me lying? Have I ever lied or been any, anyways, I apologize. That's my, I told you I wasn't going to look at the comments, and I shouldn't have. So anyhow, I can only speak to what my team told me and what I experienced. I am the face of it, and all of this responsibility and burden lies 100% on my shoulders. Period. So anyhow, we go to the race, call everybody up, and apparently Josh pulls up Tony's car up. They're ready to race. Apparently Bob had left the car on or something. I'm not even sure what happened, but the battery died, and Tony put them on the clock. Now, regardless of my feelings on anything or anybody else's feelings on anything, that is a rule we have, and that was Tony's prerogative, and that's what he did. I cannot interfere with the rules or stop the rules because of anybody's feelings or opinions or any of that other stuff. Just like earlier, when Bob approached me and told me that they said that he couldn't see the footage, and I told him absolutely he could, without question, because those are the rules. That's our policy. Because at that point, when Bob spoke to me at my tent, he told me that he was told that Josh had won, he had lost, and that they wouldn't let him see the footage. So I enforced the rules for Bob the same as I did for Tony on the clock. Indiscriminately. So unfortunately, Bob couldn't make the call, and Josh makes the pass. All hell breaks loose. Arguing, cussing, fighting, a bunch of inappropriate behavior that it was completely and totally uncalled for. And I did, for a moment, lose my cool. And it's very hard to stay composed when you have people threatening to bash your teeth in, calling you names, etc. And I do want to apologize to the people there who saw that side of me. And I especially need to apologize to Dan and Trevor, who were trying to stay in between me and the other person that was at that point in time was arguing most intently, because I did lose my temper and told them to stop touching me, get out of my way. And I was going to be inappropriate. And at that point, I caught myself and walked away. But I shouldn't even have allowed anybody to let me get, I shouldn't have allowed anybody to get me to that point at all. But I'm human and I make mistakes too. And so I apologize for not composing myself better in that moment. So finals comes around. Tony doesn't have prep. The other team, while Tony's both cards are called up, the other team does their burnout, and Tony doesn't have prep, so they're scrambling looking for prep. The other team puts Tony on the clock, which he got put on the clock just like anybody else would. That is the racer's prerogative to do. A racer can put you on the clock or not. I have no control over that. Once they say put them on the clock, I have to put them on the clock. So Tony got put on the clock. Or, well, Josh got put on the clock. So they had no prep. They just decided to do a burnout in the trash that was outside of the groove and keep going so that they can make the call. They race. Jake wins. And then the whole nother batch of crap breaks out, arguments and yelling and screaming and inappropriate stuff. And just not what racing should be. Absolutely our fault, and again my fault, because it's my race, that the camera had to issue, and that we weren't able to use technology to make whatever the correct call was. I don't believe Bob lied. I don't, I don't have any reason to mistrust what he's saying. We just had no way to enforce that call or reverse it. We couldn't enforce it or reverse it, and they had to rerun. I have no control over if a racer does not want to give somebody more than 2 minutes, regardless of the situation. And a few minutes later, when that rule was pulled on Tony, he got put on the clock the same as Bob did. So I'm not. It was kind of an impossible decision situation where there really were no winners, and it's a very unfortunate thing, all the way around, and something I really never want to see again at a race, anybody's race, regardless of whatever the circumstances are. I understand that people are emotionally attached to competition and winning, and stress levels get high, all that jazz. And but I would like in the future for all of us to just compose ourselves better. I don't the arguing, the negativity, all that other stuff isn't going to get anybody anywhere. That is something that is a possibility we're considering, is running 2 cameras in the future so that we don't have to worry about something happening like this. I have no problem doing anything redundant to correct any of these kind of issues in the future, because there is I don't drink alcohol at all. Wasn't drunk. After the way you treated me, I didn't want to be around you. I don't know what you said to Chris, but he came and dropped the money off, said that you said it was short, and left. So I was taking some time to calm down and compose myself to deal with you. You came down. I asked you to show me what it was you were talking about, because that's not how it was supposed to be. You showed me my error in the description, and why you thought I owed you another $900. I explained to you that was an error. I apologized for the error and said, give me a minute and I will get you $900. I got you $900. Congratulated you again. Wished you a safe trip home, and went on about my way. The error in the event description, 100% my fault. It was supposed to be a 70-20, 5-5 split for all classes, and I didn't type that out beneath there. I explained that to you, but I also said that since that's what I typed, that I was a man of my word, even if it was a mistake, and that I would pay you. I dealt with you politely and respectfully, and I paid you the balance for my mistake. I will apologize for it taking long, but like I said, after the way you came at me down at the starting line, I really didn't have anything to say, and I wanted both of us to just calm down so that we could deal with it the way it was dealt with when you came down to get to show me my mistake. I'm not sure what's left out. I didn't know. If I've left something out, it wasn't intentional. I'm not trying to hide anything or not be transparent. Like I said, all of these mistakes are mine, and I take full responsibility for all of it. Quit it. I did the best I could. I I did the best I could to rectify everything as I could. I don't know what half truth it is that I'm telling. I told you she's a holy terror. So, again, we'll work on a redundant camera system for next year to make sure this doesn't happen. I'm not out to screw anybody. I don't do local by the homie shit. I don't fuck people over. None of that. And I totally get that frustration. I really, really do. You're not unjustified for being frustrated at that. I wish that you would have approached me in a more positive manner and we could have talked about it more civilly. I don't. Arguing didn't get us anywhere. And now, instead of coming together to figure out a solution in a positive manner, neither one of us like each other. Just call it what it is. I don't wish you no bad feelings or nothing. I just, I don't appreciate being talked to that way. I'm sure you didn't appreciate me arguing back with you. And again, it's my race. So everything that happens is my fault. I'm responsible for. So you waiting is my fault for Tony to make the call and all the rest of it. I take full responsibility for all of it. Well, Tony is a racer in my race. Has nothing to do with, he's not the face of my race. Because he's a friend, it has nothing to do with anything. I didn't give him any special treatment whatsoever. Uncaged is my race and mine alone. The only partner I have is National Trails. It's always been that way, and it will always be that way. Well, look, despite how we got started off, you can PM me and I'll give you my number and we can talk about solutions. I'm always open to feedback, constructive criticism. I'm not going to listen to no bullshit or no arguing or no name calling or no nothing like that. but I promise you, anything that you have that's constructive, uh, constructive criticism or feedback that you want to give me, we can either talk back and forth on PM, or you can call me, I call you, whatever. And I'm 100% willing to listen to solutions. I'm not an unreasonable person. I'm not a crook. None of that stuff. This was just kind of like one of those situations where 37 fucked up situations all came together at once and created a nightmare for a bunch of people. That's the luck of the draw. That has nothing to do with Uncaged. I don't know why you're reaching so hard here. I don't know why you're trying to assassinate my character. Tony McKinney, let me be very clear, has nothing to do with Uncaged. The only people that have anything to do with Uncaged is myself, National Trails, on the way that it's run and organized and operated. Period. Luck of the draw is not Uncaged. I absolutely agree. This was like 99.9% positive, but there is no disputing that 0.1% of the bad is huge, and that things need to be addressed and adjusted for in the future so we don't make these same mistakes. I absolutely acknowledge that. I recognize that. I take full responsibility for it, and have zero problem doing a better job next time. That was the beginning of it, yes. And then it just kind of went downhill from there. Well, that's what we'll do, live and learn and do a better job next time, man. And we'll get it figured out. We're not going to make the same mistake twice. And like I said, I think as far as the finish line camera and the tire crack cameras, just having two cameras going at once and bigger memory cards for starters will eliminate any potential for any kind of technical difficulty happening with two cameras at the same time. Nope, I agree, and we definitely could have handled some things better. And like I said, we'll learn from it, and we'll do better for sure. And like I said, I am open. I'm not an unreasonable person. I'm open to all constructive criticism. I'm not going to listen to no drama or no arguments or no dumb shit at all, because that will get us nowhere. But I am 100% willing to have constructive adult conversations with anybody about how we can better serve the race community in the future, period. No, Bob was a stellar human being the entire time. Absolutely no, I know he was frustrated, and rightfully so, but absolutely no disrespect or anything. just he was a stellar human being the entire time. Hats off to him. I did tell him we might have to ban those two from Ohio. They cleaned up this weekend on the streets and at Uncaged. But I mean, hats off to those guys. They do an amazing job, man. And you know, they earned it. I know they bust their ass, and I know they test a lot, and they do a great job of teamwork. You know what I mean? No, I agree 100%. You know, they're some of the best there are out there. Why would we want to ban them? We need to rise up to their level and stop them from taking all our Ohio dollars back to the Carolinas. But no, man, hats off to those guys. I mean, honestly, we had the accident last year that shut us down, but Jarrett was my favorite to win the whole thing last year. You know what I mean? So hats off to those guys, man. Well, I mean, we all love to see a final race, but if the car's broke, the car's broke. We can't, you know what I mean? Can't force it. They're definitely some of the fastest people out there backside. There's zero argument there. I definitely see why people could think that, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, if somebody uses the rule, regardless of situation, it has to be enforced. You know. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, no, I know they'll race each other. I know they race each other. You know, uh, so it's cool. I understand it happens sometimes. Yeah, I don't blame them. Nobody wants to see all that stuff, or you know what I mean, any of that jazz. Uh, we just like I said, we're gonna figure out how to fix this stuff so this stuff doesn't happen in the future. Um, as people, as human beings, let's all figure out how to overcome these things better in the future. All of us, you know, uh, and let's just learn and grow together. Nobody, no, there was no arguing, not fighting. You know what I mean? Not there was no fist fighting or whatever. Um, no shoving that I saw or anything like that. But just, uh, but even then, you know what I mean? It did. That one thing has overshadowed a great event, and I don't want to do any of that anymore. So, you know, still had a lot of great time. A lot of great people showed up to watch. I mean, it was the car count was low, but still, like I said, 100% quality turnout. all the cars that turned out were quality. We had a lot of great people. For one, Southern Central Flag Company, Daniel, he's the one that did those killer trophies, the wood trophies with the barbed wire tires. And so if you ever need anything, give him a holler. If you do events or you have some sort of need for some sort of trophy or something, definitely check out South Central Flag Company. Dan's an awesome dude, very easy to work with, and those trophies were absolutely amazing. It's one of the things we always try to do is have some killer trophies. Of course, we had the Wallies, and a Wally is a Wally, but we only had 2 of them. So we always try to do something new and unique every year, and those trophies were badass. And then we did the, which I liked. I thought it was cool. We could only get 2 Wallies, and I was kind of about that. But honestly, Racetronics gave us $500 to put on the race between the stick shift winner and the hard tire winner, so they could race for the second Wally. Tyler Garlock and Mike Moss race. Mike kind of missed the tune-up there, and Tyler won that, so he got the trophy. But they decided to split the 500, so they still both won some in that one. But I thought that was good. I thought a lot of people liked that. And then changing our second chance race to all inclusive. I thought that worked out really well. It ended up being 30 cars. Some hard tire guys put slicks on. And, is that what it was? I didn't get to talk to him about what happened. But, yeah, it didn't go well very long on that pass. What's up, buddy? You got to get your butt out. We're missing you out here. So I thought that's something we'll continue doing. Just let everybody in. If you were in hard tire, then yeah, I didn't. I wasn't updated. I saw the him smoke the tires. So, but yeah. So there you go. Correction on that one. Yeah, it was Joe Davis. We were right there, right as it came down. It was about 30 feet away from us, but dropped right in front of us. And you could see it smoking. That was a bad day on that one, but he's beating it. He's beating on that thing already to get it ready for Milan's PYOP backwards race on the 18th. No drama in hard tire, although there was some questions, and I'll answer them because there's no rule against it. But some people noticed that Mike Moss had done so many burnouts on his tires that they really didn't have a cross-section tread pattern. I have no rule against it. So they were Cooper Cobras. And if if anybody's modifying their hard tire to not have tread depth or a cross pattern, there's no rule against it at our races for the rest of the year. I can't change rules in the middle of a race or in the middle of a season. So those of you who are asking about it, my advice to you would be to do it too and see if it benefits you. I don't even know if it benefits Mike or not. I didn't ask him. But it's fair game. We have 2 more races this year. And so it's fair game to whatever. Oh, there you go. She's being shipped back to California tomorrow. So yeah. I don't think anybody was complaining. I think there was a question about people complaining or whatever, but nobody was complaining that I'm aware of about it. They were just asking because they were like, well, I want to do it too then. And so for our remaining 2 races, that may change next year, but in 2024, I'm not changing the rules in the middle of the season. So shave them, do burnouts till it's gone, whatever. And if it helps you, then God bless you and go faster. You know what I mean? But I think I might drop this kitten off to you, man. She's Squeaky. Come here. And she just turned around and ran away. She's like, hell no, I ain't coming there. Listen, they're Cooper Cobras. You know what I'm saying? I can't, in my position, I can't speak on any other part of it. You know what I mean? They started out as Cooper Cobras, and it doesn't break any rules at Ohio Grudge Racing. So I tried to ask some guys like, well, what would you think you want the rule change to be next year to stop that? And nobody had anything for me. The one thing I came up with was, like a minimum tread depth or something across the entire tire. But then people were like, no, I don't know. So I think everybody else just wants to, I think the few people might've been, I think a few people were like, oh yeah, it's a great idea. I'm going to do it too. And a few people were maybe frustrated with it, and probably frustrated they hadn't thought about it first. But listen, it's fair game, so have at it. I mean, listen, he I don't know if you saw him or not, but he did a damn good job on him. Real talk. Like, yeah, I mean, that might be a possibility too. I just got to have some more conversations with people and figure out what is as fair as possible across the board rule for everybody on that one. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know if anybody's soaking them or not, but I mean, I know if I was in hard tire, regardless of what I was doing to the tread, I'd be soaking them. That's just me. Hell yeah, brother. I'm happy to see you get that thing done, man. I can't wait to see it. We're going to have some fun watching you do your thing, man. He might have got hooked. He might got that little bug, you know what I mean? He said he got a new PB Saturday on the slick, so he might got hooked. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. The only thing I could really think of is like some sort of tread depth minimum requirement. But we'll figure it out. I'll keep talking to people and we'll get some feedback and come up with you know what I mean? Yet. Yet. I'm not in the class yet. It's a possibility, man. That's a possibility. Honestly, like I say, talk to some people and see what we can come up with. It's fair and reasonable. I hate doing a bunch of rules though, because I hate to stifle creativity and innovation. You know what I mean? I still want to see safety first. always, but I want to see people be as creative and innovative as possible in the pursuit of speed. Nope, definitely could be a good winter topic. Well, I think we're gonna have a couple good winter topics to help make some stuff better for sure. DOT says 2 30-second semi tires. Yeah, no, that's another topic that's probably going to be coming up. You know what I mean? Is 2 or 4 28-10-5s. I guess we're going to have to address that. Somebody finally did it. People have been threatening to put 428s on there for a long time, and somebody finally did. So I guess we're going to have to. Damn it, cat! I'm telling you, I'm about to raffle this cat off during this live feed. We tried that once. We tried a straight run what you brung class, anything but anything with 4 tires on it, and nobody showed up. Nobody showed up. And the only thing that happened with the run what you brung class was the small tire guys dual entered so they could get data, and that sucked because they kind of negated the fun out of it. Took the fun out of it. And hell, on that one, I had some decent money on top of that class that year too. I feel like I had $1,250 or $2,500 on top of that class to help entice all these dragsters to show up, because there was a bunch of them saying, "I'm coming," and nobody showed up. But I mean, if you want to come and make a test and tune pass, we can definitely do that. Well, we may have to address a few more rules. You might be right there. I appreciate it. I wish you guys would sort this out a little more positively, though. I hate to see everybody upset. We can just fix some shit and move on. You know what I mean? I remember. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Sean, that's Sean Salt, by the way. You guys did a great thing. You guys did great, man. I was happy to see you out there. I know you didn't have the day you wanted, but truck's still moving, brother. Truck's still moving. You and the boy had some hurdles to overcome, but man, you guys did great. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. I think most of us are pretty much. I think I have the least amount of rules of anybody possibly. So I fall in line with more other people than most do, but what you might not be wrong. But we gotta put a stop to that stuff, man. You know what I mean? Can't let them come and take our money back. They cleaned up this weekend, probably. Shoot, they had a good weekend. Now that I think about it, between Uncaged and the streets. I mean, here's the thing. You're right. It is big tire as far as, contact and all that jazz, but nobody's ever had to have a rule against it because nobody's ever actually done it. So I don't know what the future holds for that one. You know what I mean? I have a feeling I have to talk to a lot of other promoters about that one and see, do we just continue to let it ride, or do we really need to start thinking about making a rule against it? Oh God, this kitten. Well, I mean, we do let all-wheel drive in our small tire, but that doesn't never seem to affect the outcome in terms of Mustangs winning. I think the majority of them I think the majority of Uncaged has been won by Mustangs, minus the rain out we had, and then last year not being able to finish. But that was 2 Mustangs and an S10. No. It took a month for her and Waffles. Well, she didn't care. She's full-blown ding-dong. She didn't care. It took a month for Waffles to warm up to her, but now they are best buds. But now all they do is chase each other around the house all day and fight and wrestle. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But it was so cute, and it was under a pallet, and it just barely fit on my hand, and I could not rescue it. That's funny. No, I agree. I love the gray area. I love, it sparks a lot of innovation and creativity. I'm all about it. I love it. So yeah, I mean, the quick and the short is, it was an amazing race until it wasn't. We definitely got some things to fix on our end, and we will. Again, I'm open to any constructive criticism or feedback presented in a respectful adult fashion. I'm not going to entertain conversations of trolling or fishing for an argument. None of that stuff gets anybody anywhere, and I'm not entertained by it. And I'm not going to entertain it, but I absolutely am here to do everything I can to make racing as good as possible on my end, and I welcome all feedback and solutions to fix any issues. I mean, even if you see things that didn't happen Saturday that have happened somewhere else that we may need to address preemptively, I'm open to listen to that stuff too, because who could have ever known that what happened Saturday would happen, and that we would need to think about ways to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Unfortunately, this is how we learn sometimes, and it sucks when we have to learn these lessons this way. It's learning curve sucks sometimes, but we'll it takes all of us to make racing better, and that is through having conversations with each other and through how we behave in the moment. So let's just think about those things and figure all that out, because honestly, for all the work that goes into these things, and with what happened with the weather and everything, just to be fully transparent, this weekend cost me out of pocket because of low spectator count. this race cost me out of pocket thousands of dollars. It was a loss, and it happens sometimes, and it's just part of it, you know. But you know, I'm not going to beat my head against a wall every year with a bunch of negativity and crap, and lose money, you know, either. That's a bad investment. I don't make a living doing this stuff. I really just do it for fun and to help the community grow and have fun in the community. I have a day job. I have other stuff that I do. And quite frankly, the amount of time I spend doing the racing stuff and helping the races grow, etc. And this year's been horrible. The amount of money I've lost, canceling races, etc. All that time, effort, and money I could have put into my damn race car and being out there racing myself. So it also becomes a thing for me where it's like, is the sacrifice worth it for me to keep? I've had a rough year. I've been staring down the barrel of several guns all year. The race community is weird this year. You know what I mean? That's Sean. That's Sean. Yeah, rain forecast has killed it. And that's fine. It's fine. But, like I say, why I could invest all that time and money and energy into getting the Blazer finished, and I could just be out there racing. So, if I really got to take a hard look at what the return on investment is emotionally and mentally more than financially, because, right now, I'm not feeling it too much. I ain't even gonna lie. I stepped into a role at another track that I walked into a campaign of bullshit put against me for nothing I did wrong, and had to overcome a ton of challenges there. And we won't even get into my dealings with other track owners, and that kind of stuff for races being canceled. So it's, you know what I mean? It's like, where's the value? But the value is you guys. So don't take that away from me, because, if it keeps getting taken away from me, the emotional reward really is the only one I give a shit about. And then I'll be gone. I'll just be gone racing. And I'm not doing no pity party crying shit. I ain't threatening anybody. I'm just laying out the facts as honestly as they are. But we do some great things every once in a while. Well, I appreciate that, but listen, y'all, all you guys I don't believe in fans. You guys are all family, and if you talk to me, I don't know. I don't like that word fans, because we're all in this together, and saying fans is putting me somewhere up there potentially, and I ain't nobody. I just like to have fun with all my friends. So yeah, I just want to have fun doing hood rat shit with my friends. So let's just get back to that, because 2024 all across the country really hasn't been that. Everybody I talk to. So let's just work on that. But I say, I sincerely apologize. At the end of the day, Uncaged is my race, and all of that responsibility, liability, and every mistake, every thing that goes wrong, whatever you want to frame it as, word it as, say it as, lays on my shoulders. And it's my responsibility to fix it, to make it better for everyone next year. If there'll be a next year. Right now, I ain't into it. I'm just not into it. You know, the countless hours, losing a shitload of money, and just the way things panned out in the end there has not motivated me at all. So let's work on solutions and see what we can come up with to keep this thing rolling next year potentially. So I don't know, outside of drama or arguing or bullshit, which again I'm not addressing any of. If anybody has anything that they want to, you got hugs for life, brother. For life. What's up, homie? I see you got my girl driving. You know, let's just build it. Let's just yes, sir. Try to every day. I was thinking about you last week. Oh, I gotta get hold of you. So I ain't talked to you in forever. You popped in my head for a couple things. I hope you're doing good, man. But yeah, let's just work on moving forward positively and fixing shit together, because that's where it's all supposed to be, anyways, right? We are a community, we are a family, and 100% agree with that. Yes, sir. That's what popped in my head because I've been God been sending some stuff my way. You know what I mean? Already. Look, this thing right here is the holiest of terrors. Believe it or not. But she's so cute. I can't not let her be. I can't believe I got that thing to fit. I can't wait for Jasper to post the picture. I can't wait for Jasper to post that picture. Jeez. Well, congratulations. Happy birthday. That's a hell of an accomplishment. It may not seem like it, but man, making it 60 years is a hell of an accomplishment. It really is not that far. Like a dumbass, I added a rear mount radiator to the plan, so that's going to add some time to it. But I've been working on it quietly, actually. So not too far. Hopefully into September-ish, we should be good, for real good. Yes, sir. My number's still the same. You just have to watch it. I'm not going back on it. I'm not covering it all again, but you can, as soon as I'm getting ready to get off here, and about 5 minutes after that, you can just watch it from the beginning. Yes, but she is the cutest little thing, but she is the biggest shithead. So anyhow, everybody have a great week. Let's just have fun, man. Dragway 42 to Rewind this Saturday. Hosted by D-Team. I believe somebody told me Shady Side's having a race also Saturday. So all right. Well, it's not. I don't mind the heat out there because you don't have the humidity. But if you got the humidity we have right now, for some reason, yeah, the hell with that. It does get hot out there. But yeah, so we'll be back next Monday. I appreciate all of you for coming out. Outside, we did kind of end things poorly there. But at the end of the day, man, we overcame a lot of obstacles. We did a lot of great things. And it was a great race until it wasn't. So we'll learn from what happened that went wrong, fix it, and we'll just move forward the best we can. We're not perfect. Don't claim to be. But I also am not somebody who backs down from responsibility or fixing problems when they arise. So everybody have a great week. Let's just be nicer to each other and have more fun and take care of each other better. And then next Saturday, the 18th, Milan PYOP backwards race. It'd be nice to see a bunch of you guys up there. You need to be up there on the 18th, brother. That'd be good territory for you. Yes, sir. No rules against it. So I don't know what the future holds. You know what I mean? But I'm not changing my rules for the end of this year, anyways. Honestly, I don't know how long you've been on. Said I check with other promoters and see what the deal is, but you're safe in 2024 here. Imagine you are safe on at Milan as well on the 18th, and probably everywhere. Nobody gonna have a rule against it. Nobody can change their rules in the middle of the season either. So let her rip, tear chip. You got that right, brother. You got that right. So, yeah, Squeaky. Why are you so crazy? Fucking cat, man. All right, man. I appreciate all of you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for coming out, and we'll talk to you next Monday. I didn't catch that, but yes, sir, you did. Have a good one, everybody.